There's a moment most Americans know, but almost nobody talks about it. It's Sunday night. The house is quiet. Everyone else is asleep, but you're lying there, staring at the ceiling, and your brain won't stop running numbers. Rent is due Friday. The minimum payment hit yesterday. There's $340 left in checking, and payday is still 9 days away. You're not behind, not technically. You're making the payments, doing what you're supposed to do, but somehow you feel trapped, like no matter how hard you work, you never actually get ahead. You just stay even. That feeling has a name. It's not laziness, it's not bad luck. It's the weight of debt pressing down on your life every single day. And today, we're going to talk about what that weight is really costing you. Because debt doesn't just take your money, it takes something far more valuable, and most people never realize it until years of their life are already gone. From the moment you turned 18, America handed you a script. Borrow to go to college, it's an investment in your future. Borrow to buy a car, you need it to get to work. Borrow to buy a house, it's the American dream. Put it on the card, you'll pay it off next month. Every one of those sentences was presented as wisdom, as responsibility, as the normal, mature, adult thing to do. And so you did it, because everyone around you did it. And when everyone is doing the same thing, it stops looking like a trap. It just looks like life. But here's the truth nobody put in the brochure. Debt is not just a financial transaction. Debt is a decision you made in the past that now controls your present every single month, without asking permission, without caring about your dreams. Let me tell you about someone, a composite of real stories I've heard. Call him Marcus. He's 32, works in logistics, making $62,000 a year. By most measures, he's doing okay. But let's look at his real life. $28,000 in student loans, $9,500 across 2 credit cards, $12,000 left on a car loan for a vehicle he bought to impress people he doesn't even talk to anymore. Total debt just under $50,000. His minimum payments eat $860 every single month, before rent, before groceries, before a single decision he gets to make for himself. Now here's the part that changed Marcus. 2 years ago, his cousin needed $8,000 to launch a landscaping business. He asked Marcus. Marcus had the skills, the passion, the dream, but he didn't have $8,000. He had $340 in savings and $860 in monthly obligations. So he said no. Not because he didn't believe in the idea, but because his debt had already made the decision for him. That business? It's generating $180,000 a year now. Marcus still thinks about that conversation. Think about what a leash does. It doesn't hurt you while you're standing still. From the inside, it almost feels like freedom. But the moment you try to go somewhere new, you feel it snap. That's exactly how debt works. It's invisible, it's silent, but every major life decision you try to make, it's there. Want to leave a job that's crushing your soul? The leash pulls. Want to start a business? The leash pulls. Want to move to a new city? Say yes to something that finally excites you? The leash pulls. And the cruelest part? Over time, you stop trying. You make smaller and smaller moves just to avoid feeling the snap. You stop dreaming at the scale you used to. You start calling it being realistic, being responsible. But really, you're just learning to live within the radius of your leash. And that's the most dangerous moment of all, when the cage starts feeling normal. Let's talk numbers. According to Federal Reserve data, the average American carries somewhere between $5,000 and $8,000 in credit card debt. At a typical interest rate of 22%, that's roughly $1,400 every year in interest alone. Just interest. Money that buys you nothing, returns you absolutely nothing. Now, and this is an illustration, not a guarantee, that same $1,400 invested annually over 30 years at a 7% average return becomes around $132,000. You're not just paying interest, you're paying with your future self's freedom. And here's the trap inside the trap. Minimum payments are engineered to keep you paying forever. On a $6,500 balance, paying just the minimum, it can take 15 to 20 years to pay it off, and by then, you'll have paid close to double what you originally borrowed. The bank didn't lend you $6,500, they sold you a 2-decade subscription, written in fine print, marketed as convenience. While you send minimum payments every month, your lender invests that money, compounds it, builds wealth with it. You are working, they are winning. That is not an accident. That is a business model. Here's the cost that never appears on your statement. Research consistently shows people carrying significant debt report higher anxiety, depression, and chronic sleep problems than those who are debt-free. That low hum of financial dread that follows you into meetings, into conversations with your partner, into quiet moments that should feel peaceful. That is the weight of borrowed money sitting on your nervous system. It costs you focus at work, patience with your kids, presence in the moments that matter most. Marcus, the composite we talked about, said something that stuck with me. I'm not just tired from working, I'm tired from worrying about working. That's the psychological tax of debt. Nobody charges it on your statement, but you pay it every single day. So what do you actually do? First, stop pretending this is normal. Debt is a system designed by other people to profit from your autopilot, and systems can be beaten. Second, make one decision today, not a massive overhaul, just one. Maybe it's calling your credit card company and asking for a lower rate. Most people don't know. You can just ask, and often they say yes. Maybe it's $50 extra toward your highest interest balance this month. Small moves matter because small moves break the paralysis that keeps most people frozen for years. Third, reframe what freedom actually means. Freedom is not a number in your bank account. Freedom is options. The option to say yes to the right opportunity, the option to say no to the wrong job, the option to lie down on a Sunday night and actually rest. Debt steals options. Paying it down buys them back. Marcus made one extra payment every month, $150 extra on his highest interest card. 20 months later, that card was gone. He didn't win anything. He just decided his future was worth more than his minimum payment. And the leash got a little longer, then a little longer, until one day he couldn't feel it anymore. You can do the same. The leash is real, but it is not permanent. The debt was never really about money. It was always about control. And control, once you see it, can be taken back. Start today. Not Monday, not next month, today. Because every day you wait is another day the leash gets a little shorter. If this opened your eyes, share it with someone you care about. Subscribe for more content that tells you the truth about money. I'll see you in the next one, because your future is worth your minimum payment.